Hey there, I'm Gwen Elliott, and welcome to Start Something Big. Daniel Bax was an entrepreneur with 2 thriving businesses, but a motorcycle accident threatened to silence him forever. But Daniel has a tenacious spirit, and today, after 34 surgeries and 7 years, he's turned his devastating circumstance into an inspiring career as a motivational speaker and trauma coach.
August 30th, 2005, it was a beautiful sunny day and I thought about getting another motorcycle. So I went down to my client's bike shop, take a motorcycle out for a test ride, and as he wheeled it out and I grabbed my gear, just as the bike went by me, you could hear it whisper, "I dare you." Oh, it's going to be one heck of a ride. So as I got on the bike and I started it up, just then my inner thoughts kicked in. Hope nobody hits me. Don't want to get injured, and I definitely don't want to scratch the rocket. So to avoid heavy traffic, I took off towards the back roads. Out in the back roads, loving the fresh air and the freedom, I suddenly saw a row of cars up ahead. And that's when ego jumped in. It said, just blow on by. And then bike once again said, "I dare you." So I just kept on speeding up faster and faster until I got to a point where I was going way too fast and the front vehicle pulled out in front of me to make a left-hand turn. And that's why they were slowing down. And I ran straight into the back of the vehicle. Went through the back window and momentum ripped me out, threw me up over the streetlight 30 feet in the air and equally as far down the road where I came down, landed flat face first, obliterating my helmet, my body, and I scratched the rocket. Fortunately, the EMS was in the air, came scraping off the ground, placed me back in the ambulance, took off towards the local hospital. From there, I was airlifted to a trauma unit hospital and rushed straight into 10 surgeries in just 14 hours. And after that, to stabilize me, they would induce me into a deep coma. Cut off from the world completely, total silence. And when I was there, they came to my family and told my family that Daniel will never walk again. He'll never talk again. Never eat solid foods, ever move his left side, likely won't remember anything before the accident, not even you, his family. So as they brought me out of the coma 10 days later, I could sense all the anger, chaos, frustration, and sadness just racing around the hospital. I could just sense all that energy. Because I couldn't hear or see, I was totally blind, completely deaf, fully paralyzed on the left side, and I was muted because I'd paralyzed the vocal cord. But I could sense all this crazy energy. And I looked up to the creator and I said, "Why did you do this to me?" And he goes, "I didn't do this to you, Daniel. You did this to yourself. Now you've got to live for purpose and give for purpose. Give unconditionally with love. And this is your school." Took a little while to ponder that, what that meant.
So you got into this terrible accident and doctors told you that you'd never walk or talk again. But here you are today, able to walk and talk and you're full of energy. So how did you get through that experience of being told you'll never walk or talk again?
It took me, well now it's been, that was 2005 till now. I'm just starting to run. I can walk smoothly now. I can actually climb. Just finished my final surgery, 35 later. 35th surgery, all finished. All my surgeries are done. When people said that you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, I just didn't want to hear it. I wanted to experience what I wanted to experience. It was my body. I had a choice of what I wanted to make it do. I can either choose to not do that or make it do that. So I focused on my toes every day. It felt like it was all day because I was awake for a moment, fall asleep again, awake for a moment, fall asleep again, because my abilities to stay cognitively aware in life was just so limited. So every moment that I was awake, I was focusing on the thing that was right out in front of me, because you're laying down, you get your feet out in front of you like this. I saw the toes. One worked, the other one didn't. So I wanted to put energy down there. So I just started focusing on putting energy there and focusing on wanting them to move, even though they told me that there was no neural pathways and this has been damaged and that's been damaged. I just started focusing on it. And then one day I actually made it wiggle. Whoa, let's do it again. So then I made it wiggle again. And then from there, who knows how long it was over the next few weeks, I started moving all the toes, the ankle, the leg, and now I'm walking. And soon, I'm just starting to run. I'll be working with a gentleman soon. He's going to be helping me to actually run full. I want to become a runner again.
Tell us about what it was like when you went back and saw that doctor who told you that you would never walk or talk again.
I was still in a wheelchair. And Mom took me in to go see him. So we went down to go see him, and I rolled back in, and just before we got to the doorway where he was going to be, I got Mom to stop the wheelchair. And I got out of the wheelchair, I wiggled my way around to the back, grabbed on the back of the wheelchair, and hobbled my way in. And as soon as he saw me, you could hear his head hit the wall. "You're walking." And his jaw just dropped. He goes, "I don't understand. I've been doing this for 30 years and no one's been able to do this before." Which is one of the reasons why I want to get in and speak with the doctors at their in-service and stuff like that, and connect with them, because a lot of what they say, a lot of what we say, even as parents, if we say something to our child, or a doctor as a professional says something to the client, they take that as reality. They don't second guess it. They value your opinion more than they value their own or their families. The doctor said I couldn't do this, so I can't do it. So they never do it. And I understand there's all the legality sides of it, but there's ways of saying it so you can still leave a string of possibility in that person.
So Daniel, you've been through this terrible trauma, but now you're helping others with your experience. So could you tell us about what exactly is it that you do? What is a trauma recovery coach?
If somebody's gone through and they have, say, myself, like head injury, where they're feeling like they're lost in the world, or they're can't connect with anybody, and they feel like they're useless, or their world is shot down. I connect with them to find out what's holding them back, and then I connect with them to find out where they want to go, what they want to do, and then we formulate ways and strategies to make all that happen and bring it all together, so that they're not, as I would say, a victim to trauma, but they're the master of it and having it serve them, so they can stand and be a taller, more powerful person.
What was it like when you coached your very first person through their trauma and their recovery?
One lady that I knew that had an injury 10, 15 years ago, and so she had lots of pain all over the place, and mostly when she stand up and went to move. Connected with her outside, we went out and meditated for a bit, and I just got her to stand up and move across, because even just every step, just walking to where we went to, it hurt her to get there. She took her shoes off and got grounded, and she was able to walk from there to me and then back, put her shoes on, and then walk to her car with no pain. That was the most, I was like, holy crap, this is real. This stuff works. Not just for me because I'm some kind of freak machine, but it really works, because that was the first time that I actually took that strategy and used that with somebody else, and it was just amazing. Like, she walked right to her car and said, I've got no pain. It just felt great. There's going to be many things I definitely want to get in and do a lot more speaking through the medical rehabilitation community and through different parts of the corporate world. And my book will be coming out shortly. And from there, I know that I'll be doing a lot more speaking, some guest speaking on some people's stages, just share with some of the experts of our industry. And ultimately with the website, there'll be a lot of things going through there. Lots of coaching, different seminars, different programs. Hopefully I get to design and develop my own as we go on. Before, I was a driven character. Like, I had 2 flourishing companies. I had a design and renovation company and a window washing and house washing company. I was physically fit. At the same time, I wasn't the most compassionate character. I didn't give a crap for the guy that was in a wheelchair. Where now, living in that world, I own this. This is the world that I'm in, and if this is where I am, I gotta have so much more compassion, empathy, and love for this environment, because it's where I want to play, it's where I want to make a difference, to show people that they have so much more they can live for.
So what do you want our viewers to take away from watching your story?
Doesn't matter what you've endured, whatever it is you're going through, you can make a choice to either sit there as a victim or have it serve you and become the victor of it all. How many people do we know of or we see that are out there that are maybe paraplegic or quadriplegic, and maybe the guy is painting art with his mouth? Did he ever think of doing that? But he feels like he's living a wonderful full life. Or you can mourn and traumatize yourself in self-pity and and just lose life. And I just didn't want to see that happen. So I figured if I can do what I got to do for myself to bring this back, there's obviously a message in there. I can take this, learn from it, and hopefully I can coach and guide others to live a much more powerful life because of the crap they've gone through.